You're listening to another ASCI Lounge podcast.
Welcome back to the ASCI Lounge. I'm Monique Fenech from Australasian Supply Chain Institute, and joining us on the ASCI Lounge today is Ivan Imparato, CEO of ASCI. Welcome, Ivan.
Welcome, and I'm back, as they say, on the lounge. Lovely to be back. Nice and comfortable today. Well, yeah, what's new? Well, lots of stuff's always new at ASCI, you know that, Monique. But just before we start, I'd like to welcome back New Farm Hastings Deering as our corporate members. So welcome back. And a special hello and welcome to IBM as a sponsor. So it's great to have IBM on board. Being an ex-techo myself, love the technology. So welcome on board IBM. So, Monique, maybe we'll kick it off and continue along the theme of professionalisation and professional development. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds really good. Last week got a lot of interest when you
Brilliant.
mentioned
Excellent.
to our members to act professional, and it'd be really good to find out what you mean by that and how they can go about it.
Yeah, so today I thought we'll just talk about all the so what and what's in it for me type of thing. But before we do that, right, ASCI 2019, our annual conference is only 3 weeks away, as you know, in Melbourne, Pullman on the Park. Can't wait. Excellent. Let's get on with it, right? But firstly, I'd like to take an opportunity to thank you, Monique, for all your hard work and passion and all the effort you've been putting into this fantastic event coming up. And I'm sure it will be a great success, and it will go a long way in strengthening what we're trying to do is build our community. So,
I can't take
you.
all the credit. No, that's fine. No, I appreciate that, but really I can't take the credit. We are a community, and with that comes a whole lot of volunteers who put their time and expertise into the community, and so I would like to extend that appreciation back onto our advisory committee, because the
Excellent.
advisory committee, which is made up of our corporate leaders, as you know, have worked really hard to get this theme right, to bring the right streams into the conference and the right sort of people together. So this is a community event. It's not a conference. It's really bringing our community together, and I think you can't really replace that. That's something very special, and the Leadership Cup will be a really great way to test everybody's knowledge.
Yeah, I can't wait for the leadership event. That'll be a brilliant event. So yes, thank you for clarifying that, and thank you and everyone for all your efforts. So back on professionalisation. So as part of the community event, as you say, on the first day, it's structured by design in streams. Right, we have 3 streams or 3 pathways: procurement, logistics, operations, which are very much aligned, or actually totally aligned, to the practitioner registration pathways for professionalisation. So, the idea there is to build on or build knowledge and build a base for readiness towards registration as a practitioner in the field, and ultimately becoming a professional, right? So the second day is a little bit different. As you know, we're trying to focus more on the human elements and how we can extract that excellence towards driving value in the supply chain. And again, it's about capability development. And guess what? Yes, it is all about readiness to registration. So it's all quite aligned, and it's all linked into the ultimate goal that we're trying to achieve, and the vision of being professionalising the supply chain management industry in Australia. So, and everything we do is leading towards that. So, becoming a professional. You recall, Monique, about a month ago now, we had a podcast with Peter Nagel, head of professionalisation, right?
Correct.
And he spoke about the difference between an accreditation body, an industry peak body, and the journey we're taking in that regard. I'm not going to cover that old ground today, but it's more specifically around so what, right? So what, and what does it mean for me? So firstly, accreditation as a term is a process of registration under a scheme, a professional scheme. And the word registration means the outcome of the process, or the outcome of the accreditation process. So, for example, a candidate getting registered under the professional scheme is registration. So I thought I'd clarify that so that people get a better understanding. So There's three components as part of our program or our professional scheme, and they are ethics, a globally aligned knowledge base, or the supply chain book, the knowledge base, the knowledge book, and then also the industry risk management framework. So they're the three pillars. All three are supported by committees, which are running at the moment. And the three components are critical. If we don't have those three components, you don't have a professional scheme. So we're obviously on the right path for that. And again, what's in it for me, right? What is the benefit of registration? And registration provides professional recognition of competence through confirmation of acknowledgement to the individual, and by that, it's implied that it's to the industry, of course, of his or her career achievements against some globally aligned industry accepted standards on par with other professions, example, lawyers, doctors, that sort of thing. Which for the individual, more specifically, that means recognition of competence. It means demonstration of commitment towards lifelong learning, right? Continuing to develop yourself, demonstrating ethical credentials, enhanced professional status. You want to be part of an authorised register, which we already have up and running. Improved career prospects and employability. Of course, everyone wants to improve their career. That's what we do it in the first place. And of course, you're part of that community, as you said before, right? You're part of that exclusive community of professional supply chain managers. So, and to what you said and what I've been saying, to be professional, then to act like one and not just think you are one. So, and you have to put your money where your mouth is. So again, how do I register? Well, how do I do it, right? How do I be professional? What's the journey? What does it take? On the website, we have quite a simple diagram on the accreditation tabs, which explains it in 4 steps, fairly simple steps. The first step is, you need to pick a stream, right? There's 3 streams: procurement, logistics, operations. You pick a stream, the one that's most appropriate for you, and then you go along the path of registering, go through an assessment, defining what your experience is, what certifications you've been able to achieve or obtain, what qualifications you have, and then you go through an interview. You pass the interview, you register as a practitioner, you follow a maintenance program where you need to obviously maintain your continuous development program over 3 years. That's 75 points, and then ultimately we'll be in a position to then be examined, have an exam where you'll be examined across 6 areas of the supply chain knowledge base, across strategy, management, technology, procurement, operations, and logistics. They're the 6 basic elements. And you register as a professional, obviously, once you pass the exam, and maintain the points. So it's quite a simple pathway, although it's not simple. It's quite a challenging process, but it has to be, right? There's got to be a bit of challenge to be able to become a professional. So for more information, I encourage everyone to jump on the ASCI website, and also send us an email at professionalisation@asci.org.au. So that's professionalisation.
Great. And so, Ivan, I've got a question for you. What if you look at that eligibility and you don't quite meet the criteria? What can you do?
If you don't quite meet the criteria, what we've been able to do is provide advice and provide guidance on the reasoning why. So you'll be able to understand where your gaps are. So, you may fall short on qualification of some sort, or you may fall short on experience. So that's what we provide back to the individual that's wanting to do it. And then that pathway of professional development will be something that we'll be providing the individual. So next time they apply for the assessment, they'll be in a better position to be successful in the interview, I suppose.
Great. So if it is that they need more certification, what can we do to help?
Well, that's a great lead in, actually. What we've been doing is we've been working on our end of year, if you like, or term 4 certification offering. And as you study for a certification like what we offer with APIX, not only is it a fast way to gain a certification in supply chain? But it's probably, or I'm pretty sure, and actually I can put my money on it, that APIX is the globally best recognised certification going around. It still is and has been for a long time. And if you've completed a degree before, it doesn't stop you from pursuing an APIX certification. In fact, not only will APIX certifications show you and others, of course, that you're committed to your professional development and your pathway, but also provide some real world applicable knowledge. You'll be able to be recognised globally with the certification and joining. I think there's hundreds of thousands already of certified practitioners, not only in Australia, around the world. Of course, Australia being part of it, with CPIM, seal to the or the CSCP designation. So you're in a world class team or a community of certified practitioners, right? It's brilliant. And ASCI, as a premier channel partner in Australia, we offer APIX certification, and we're proud to do so. And we're proud to offer the review courses, or our what we call guided learning online courses, which enable our candidates to have a best chance of success, and of course pass the exam and be certified in their designation. Of course, again, that leads you towards the pathway to accreditation and becoming professional. So there's that. But also, just to finish off on the development and what we're doing with certifications, we're approaching now the final quarter of 2019, I'm sorry. And term 4 online certification courses have been open for a little while now. And as always, we've been listening to people and our members, and we've implemented some changes to ensure that people don't miss out. But this is your last chance to get in and to get on board and do your certifications for 2019. And what we've been able to do is shift the dates out a few weeks. So we've extended registration, and we've added CSCP as probably one of the most popular certifications for the last time this year. So this is it. So if you're considering starting or completing your certification journey for 2019, this is your last chance to get in and get online and register. And the registrations are open. The courses commence first week of October, and registrations close on the 22nd of September. Right. So how does ASCI support? ASCI will support you, or our members, of course, by providing a discount. We've got some bundles available, what we call discount bundles for ASCI Plus members, and they're available now, and they can include the learning system, the certification course, and the exam, and a free retake exam credit, just in case you need it. So we've thought of everything, and we've been able to bundle it, and it's quite a good package, to be honest. The CPIM Part 1 is going for $2,175, Part 2 at $2,925, and the CSCP $4,370. So I encourage our members who are serious about professional development, and again, serious about being a professional, to register now. Go online to asci.org.au/certification or email inquiries at asci.org.au. So
I'll add all of those links into the description of this podcast to make it easy for people to access straight away, because time is of the essence.
Absolutely. And I think next time, Monique, I'll probably spend a little bit more time talking about, well, what's appropriate, what's better for me in my situation, which one should I choose and why. So I'll talk about that next time. But to finish off, let me reiterate to everybody, everything we're doing at ASCI is to enable you, as our members, as our community, a pathway towards registration to become a practitioner and a professional in the industry. So to be a professional, you must act like a professional. And that's me for this week.
Great. Well, just as Ivan's been talking about benchmarking yourself and thinking about your own development, we also have an opportunity out right now for you to benchmark your supply chain, your organisation's supply chain. So that is the State of Supply Chain Management Survey, which is out for a couple more weeks. Please take just 15 to 20 minutes to fill that in with your organisation. It's a great opportunity to communicate with your other silos to work out how you feel you're going on certain components. There are 8 different components, and that gives you the opportunity when the report comes back to benchmark your performance against a whole host of other industries and your peers in the community. So great opportunity that's available to you for free there. So that link will be in the description of this podcast, as well as the conference registration. So we hope that you will click through that, download the conference program, and talk amongst yourselves who will be best positioned to attend that conference and spend some time with ASCI for 2 days in September. Well, that's all for today, Ivan.
Great. Looking forward to next time.
Okay, thanks for joining us, and bye for now.